Hi, gang. Welcome back. My name is Marion, and this is day 21 of the Costco Wine Adventure Advent Calendar. Today, we are going to Portugal. We're going to be trying the ACAB. ACAB. It's a red blend from Portugal. Now, remember, if you're drinking along, scan your QR code. If not, I'll drop the link to today into the description. All right, let's jump right in. Let's talk about Portugal. Portugal has numerous microclimates, varying soil, and is rich in indigenous grape varietals, which means this area is a great region to grow grapes. Winemaking in this area actually goes back to 2000 BC. Long, rich history of winemaking that also had influence over France, the ancient Greeks, and the Romans. Now, it's important to note that Portugal was way ahead of its time. So they had checks and controls on their wine production and classifications for their viticulture areas almost 100 years before Bordeaux. So way ahead of their time. And they set a lot of the precedents for today's winemaking standards. All right, so we've got three different grapes going on in ACAB. The first one is Aragonés. Now, Aragonés, you're probably like, what the heck is that? Well, it's actually just Tempranillo, and we had a Tempranillo the other day from Spain, so we've talked about this before. This grape can also be called Tinta Roriz in Portugal as well, depending on the area where it's grown. Now, this is a black grape that's mostly planted in Portugal and Spain, but you can also find it here in the Americas as well, and in other countries in Europe. This is an early maturing grape, which means that it starts going into veraison a lot sooner than other grapes. You're not going to leave it on the vine as long as like Cap Sauv. And it adapts very well to other climates and soil. This grape gives red wines abundant berry fruit flavored and spicy flavors with high alcohol content and low acidity. Now remember that low acidity is important because you're not going to get that mouth-watering, gushy sensation from under the palate. Now let's talk about Castillejo. That's the other grape, the AC, not AB, we're not there yet. Castillejo is a dark-skinned grape that is mostly grown in Portugal. Now it grows great in arid climates and cooler climates, so very versatile grape. It's mostly used as a blending grape. It can make its own varietal wine, but like I said, typically a blending grape. And it's used to make lots of different wines. You can blend it with reds, rosés, fortified ports, or sparklings. It's medium body, high acidity, and notes of raspberry and spice. Now remember that high acidity, we just talked about mouth-watering, gushy feeling underneath the palate. All right, now the Alicante Bouschet is the last grape that we're going to talk about. That was created in 1866 by a French botanist named Henri Bouschet, and he crossed the Grenache and the Petit Bouschet grape together to get that. Now this creates full-bodied, semi-dry reds with high to medium tannins and medium acidity. Typical notes of that wine include black cherry, plum, pepper, and tobacco. All right, let's jump right into the main show. Let's give her a try. All right. Now I want to show you this beautiful color. Nice dark ruby red color. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's give her a spin. Get all those flavors opened up. All right. So I'm getting a lot of tobacco and smoke right up front. That tobacco and smoke flavor and almost like leathery flavor really overpowers, I think, like the plum and the berry flavors. You know they're there, but they're very subtle. That smoke and tobacco is very prominent on the nose. Some like dried dark fruits. All right, let's give her a taste. Remember, swish. You want it to hit all of your palate. Spicy. but a very quick hit of spice. It's like spice and goes away. Lots of black and dried fruit right up front. And lots of dried herbal and earthy mushroom notes. And it's a mix of those pungent and sweet spices. So you kind of get all across the board, all those spices. Very well-rounded red wine, especially for a 2020. Now it rounds into kind of a watering berry flavor with a leathery mouthfeel. You get that leather right down the center of the tongue. But what's interesting is you don't get the leather right up front. It's definitely towards the finish of the mouthfeel. Very dry on the end. As we talked about that spiciness kind of like envelops the tongue very quickly, but disappears as fast as it appears. So very very interesting wine. I enjoy it. If it was given to me as a table wine, which it's a red blend, so typically red blends are table wines, I'd be very, very happy with this. I would say pair this with your heavier cuts of meat. Go with your beef, like your short ribs and your steaks, your filet. You can also pair this with chicken, a mushroom risotto. You can do some of your heavier cheeses. Definitely brie would stand up to this because it's so powerful in the palate. But typically what I've been reading a lot more of is that your brie and your blue cheeses should be paired with sparkling wines because of the sweetness. But I like to drink red wine with my brie. So that's just me personally. Overall, a wonderful balance of, these 3 different grapes to make a full-bodied, spicy, medium tannic, medium acidity wine. Good job. All right. So let's pop out day 21. Sorry, guys. Whew, a little spicy. Okay. Can you guys believe that we're 4 days from Christmas? I can't. I hope you're all ready. I had to go fight the masses today to go get the remainder of my presents. All right. Day 21. What does it say? Love, peace, and joy. Day 21. So gang, thanks for joining me today for day 21. It has been so much fun. We have 3 days left. Can you believe that? Only 3. I'm so sad it's coming to an end. But don't worry, we'll have more content for you. Before I go, I just want to remind you all to subscribe and click the little bell in my videos so you get notified when I have a new video up. We have been pushing so strong. We've already hit 200 plus followers. So I just really want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have time to comment on the videos, that would be awesome too. I would love to know how I'm doing, what you guys think, if I can do anything better. I want to be here for you and your wine drinking journey. And I want to join your wine drinking journey. And I want to learn from the community, and I want to teach the community with what I know as well. So, happy December 21st. We're almost to Christmas. Cheers all the way from Portugal. See you tomorrow.